This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with weather, where I did some checking, and last year's low temperature for Fargo on this day was a crisp 23 below zero. So we're living the good life, at least right now.
That's for sure. Let's find out about tonight's conditions and trouble that's moving in later this week. Hutch?
Having a current temperature that's about 43 degrees warmer than that one, Mike. Yes, it was a beautiful day, and in fact, we were in the 40s out in the west, in the central part of the Dakotas. Here is a look at your current temperatures. It's 23 Baudette, 25 in Grand Forks, and we have 29 degrees in Jamestown. And we are looking at temperatures that are lovely now, and we'll see
these slip back just a little bit heading into the evening. We do have some isolated areas of patchy fog, and we have temperatures that will be slipping into the teens in Fargo late tonight. Similarly, I expect more in the way of clouds over Grand Forks and temperatures falling back into the teens. We have declared a first alert weather day for your day on Friday. A big time change is in the forecast. It begins on Wednesday with some significant impacts. We'll have details on those in a few moments.
At least it's not 23 below zero.
Right. That's much better today.
Good. Thanks.
New tonight at 6, a warning after yet another porch pirate was caught on camera, a crime that we've reported to you time and time again. This time the thief tried covering up the camera along 22nd Street and 18th Street in the Fargo's south side. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard explains what happened and how not to fall victim.
I was home, but I was in the basement, so I didn't hear anybody come to the door.
Luckily for Robert Lugert, his security camera was on guard and captured this woman walking up to his home in South Fargo. She knocks on the door, covers up the camera with her hand, then using her elbow. She reaches down to grab the package, putting it under her coat, and takes off.
Just more the principle of it, that they walked up and just took something that wasn't theirs. I mean, we can get it replaced, obviously.
Lugert says based on the timeline, the thief walked up to the home after watching his girlfriend leave for the store. He filed a police report and hopes someone knows who the person is and contacts authorities, adding that if this person needs help, there are better ways to go about it.
Reach out. You know, people all over town are happy to help. You just have to ask.
In South Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Thefts like this. They also say to protect yourself, grab your packages as soon as you can or ship them to where you work or to a friend or family member who knows when they'll be home when it gets there. Also watch out for packages in apartment entryways. Andrea?
All right, thank you, Callie. And if you know who the woman is, call police at this phone number 235-4493. And if you see something suspicious in your neighborhood, go ahead and call authorities. Police say a man accused of stabbing a woman in Moorhead over the weekend is still in the hospital today. They suspect that his wounds were self-inflicted. The incident happened around 2:30 yesterday afternoon at 1202 34th Avenue South. Police say when they arrived, they found a woman with multiple stab wounds. We're also learning today that she's expected to be okay. The man was found a short time later. Authorities have not released their names.
Fargo police want you to know about a high-risk sex offender now living in the area. 26-year-old Damian Orton is currently at 734 College Street North in Fargo. He was convicted of sexual imposition on December 29, 2014 in Burleigh County. Police say when Orton was 19 years old, he asked a 14-year-old female runaway who was intoxicated and on drugs to have sex. When she said no, he held her down and had intercourse with her.
4 people are in jail after 2 big drug busts in Minnesota. The sheriff's office in Cass County, Minnesota, executed 2 search warrants at 2 residences in Pine River, one on December 29th, the other on January 7th. They seized large amounts of meth both times, plus marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and ammunition. They arrested 61-year-old Teresa Hill and 58-year-old Walter Hill in the first drug bust, then 43-year-old Teresa Mead and 49-year-old William Smetana in the second bust.
We now know the name of the woman who was found dead in the parking lot of a Jamestown hotel last week. Police say it was 50-year-old Sabrina Grisham from Knoxville, Tennessee, who was found dead at the Two Rivers Inn in Jamestown on Friday. We're still awaiting autopsy results to tell us how she died.
Some mothers are again pushing for the removal of what they describe as outdated language in state law governing breastfeeding in North Dakota. Currently, women may breastfeed in public in a discreet and modest manner. A bill scheduled for a hearing at the state capitol on Tuesday aims to remove that language and make it illegal and punishable by up to a $1,000 fine to prohibit a mother from breastfeeding. A near identical bill was rejected by the Republican-controlled legislature 2 years ago.
A Cavalier, North Dakota man is among nearly 70 people arrested so far in Washington, D.C. after last week's riot at the U.S. Capitol building. 57-year-old Timothy Osteford was arrested on a curfew violation less than a mile from the Capitol early Thursday morning. The mayor of Washington, D.C. ordered a citywide curfew overnight after rioting by pro-Trump extremists Wednesday afternoon. On Wednesday, 5 people died, including a D.C. police officer.
Governor Doug Burgum is directing all government agencies to fly the United States and North Dakota flags at half-staff. It will be in effect until sunset Wednesday, January 13th. He's encouraging North Dakotans to do the same at their homes and businesses. It's to show a sign of respect for the service and sacrifice of the 2 U.S. Capitol police officers who died recently, and all Capitol police officers and law enforcement across the nation. The governor's directive is in accordance with a proclamation issued today by President Trump. Fargo Public Schools moving all grades to level 4 in-person instruction for the second semester. It will go into effect on January 19th, and that means all grades will return to school for in-person learning 5 days a week. The Instructional Plan Committee will continue to monitor local data and make changes as needed based on new information and guidance. The committee will meet next on February 8th to review data, determine if there's a significant number of cases impacting schools, and also discuss the status of a potential vaccination plan for staff.
This has been a big day for many Minnesota bars and restaurants. They can now offer dine-in service with 50% capacity. Herbert and Gerbert's in Moorhead opened the doors, hoping customers are excited as they are. The owner says this is a big step toward a sense of normalcy and hopes to reach 100% capacity.
It's been a long time since we had customers in to be able to sit down and eat, and we have a lot of requests from our regular customers. How soon can we come in? So I'm looking forward to seeing some regular faces again.
Also on the Minnesota side, bar service will be allowed to resume with customers in groups of 2 at the bar. People will also be able to order at the bar but have to go back to their tables. Service ends at 10 p.m. Fargo police have 2 new officers on the force. Alex Torp and Matthew Wolberson were welcomed to the ranks today. Wolberson is from Alexandria, Minnesota, and graduated from NDSU. Torp is from New Prague, Minnesota, and graduated from the University of North Dakota. Both chose to work in law enforcement to make an impact on the communities.
I want to work in law enforcement because I've always wanted to protect and serve people, and that's always been my dream.
I want to work in law enforcement because I really can't think of another career field where I can impact so many people's lives.
Wolberson said that he chose Fargo PD because of their values and how they interacted with the community and how they cared about the community. Torp says he liked the department when he went through the academy and said he also liked how the department cared about the community.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, have you noticed the gas prices have climbed? How high they currently sit? It's coming up.
And the sun has set on a beautiful start to the work week. Temperatures soared today, and it looks like we have more mild weather before wild weather sets in. Beautiful frosty shot here shared by Julie. We'll have details in your forecast as changes are in the offing next.